Hi, I'm Meredith Plummer, and welcome to my Storytime studio.
In a wet and cold stream bed, underneath a meadow bridge, lived a troll named Arg. Now, in case you don't remember about trolls, let's do a bit of review. What are trolls like? Well, they're smelly and dirty, and they love to lounge in muddy, disgusting water under bridges. It's even better if the water is cold. And they eat gross, repulsive things like worm fricassee and snail sauce and snake bladder stew. Ugh. And of course, they're irritable. But I suppose you would be too if you ate that kind of stuff every day. And what do trolls do? They sit in their stream beds, waiting until fat goats come tripping over the bridge. Then they climb up onto the bridge, grab the goats, and eat them up. Or at least, they try to. Our story begins one day in the meadow. Arg was down in the stream bed, sipping some ant juice, when he heard the sound of hooves tripping over the bridge. It sounded like a nice fat goat, a much better dinner than what was available down in the stream. So he climbed up along the side of the bridge, stuck out his big old head to look. He was about to growl in his gravelly troll voice. Who's that tripping over my bridge? When he heard another troll voice, a higher, squeakier one, saying, Aha! Who's that tripping over my bridge? Arg was startled. He looked across to the other side of the bridge, and sure enough, there was another troll head sticking up. This troll, whose name was Tharg, was a bit smaller than Arg, but every bit as dirty, smelly, and loud. What was she doing here? Arg was not happy. Hey, I troll the bridge, he shouted. This is my bridge, go away! What? Shrieked Tharg. No way! I troll a bridge! I catch goat and eat for supper! You catch goat? Ha! You too weak and small. I catch goat, said Arg. No way, Tharg said. You two are out of shape. You never catch goat. Goat mine. And with that, she started to climb up onto the top of the bridge to get the goat. But as she did, Arg grabbed a rock. He wound up his arm and let loose. Tharg tumbled right off the bridge. She went down, down, down into the stream, where she landed with a big splash. Arg stood there sticking out his tongue at Tharg, taunting her and making rude noises. Then he climbed up to get the goat. But the goat was gone, eating the nice green grass on the other side, and laughing at the trolls too. Tharg was mad. She pulled herself out of the stream, screaming the whole time. You bad troll! You knocked me off bridge! That's very unfair! I get you for that! Tharg started to climb up the bank, but as she did, another goat came tripping over the bridge. Once more, Arg stuck his big head over the side of the bridge and was about to say, Who's that tripping over my bridge? But Tharg pulled out her troll staff and whacked Arg in the head. Arg went down, down, down. He splashed into the stream, and Tharg stood there, thumbing her nose at him while he sputtered in the water. The goat, of course, went tripping over the bridge and off to eat some nice green grass. Well, now Arg was mad. He got up out of the muck and yelled, "Hey, this is my bridge. You know right to Bushman River." Tharg answered, "Oh yeah, very right. Number 1, you started it. Number 2, you steal my dinner. Number 3, I'm smarter, faster, braver than you. And number 4, nya nya nya." Now, as she was taunting Arg, a third goat came tripping onto the bridge, which of course didn't seem as dangerous as it used to. Arg grabbed his troll staff, and just as Tharg started to say, "Who's that? Tripping," Arg whacked her in the head. But Tharg wasn't going down without a fight. As she fell, she grabbed Arg's foot, and when she tried to reach up and grab his hair, but she missed and grabbed his nose instead. Arg lost his footing, and he fell too. Down, 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 into the stream they both went, fighting the whole way, until they both hit the water with a tremendous splash. They sputtered up to the top of the water, punch and kicking, screaming at each other. "I right, you wrong," yelled Tharg. "No, I right, you wrong," yelled Arg. The more they fought, the more tangled they got. Arg got his finger stuck in Tharg's hair, and Tharg's big toe got stuck in Arg's nose. Tharg's ear got caught in Arg's elbow, and Arg's teeth landed in Tharg's elbow. They finally got themselves to the side of the stream, all tangled together, elbowing each other and kneeing each other and banging into each other and cursing at each other the whole way. They pulled themselves up onto the bank and stood there, totally exhausted. And the goat, of course, tripped over to the other side of the bridge and began eating the sweet grass there. Now all 3 goats stood there, laughing at the trolls. Arg was furious. Tharg was furious. They shouted and screamed at each other and tried pushing each other, but they kept getting more entangled. Finally, they stopped. "This is your fault," screamed Arg. "That's not my fault," responded Tharg. "I'm an innocent victim, and you mean a nasty troll." "Me mean and nasty? No, you mean and nasty. You evil. I get lawyer and sue your pants off." "Oh yeah? I get lawyer and sue your pants off." They started fighting again. And as they kept fighting, they got more and more tangled with their hair catching on each other's knuckles and their toes stuck in each other's noses. It went on like that until way, way late in the afternoon. As the sun set, the goats headed home, laughing all the way. And still the troll stood there by the stream. Now, the thing is, at this point, the trolls really had only 2 choices. They could keep fighting and get more tangled up and probably die of starvation. Or they could try something different to find a way out. What did they do? Well, you can go ask them, because they're still there on that stream bank, cursing at each other. "I right, you wrong. No, I right, you wrong." You see, they're trolls. They're not too bright. They're mean and nasty. They never forgive or consider others or do anything that doesn't benefit them. But we're people. If we were in this situation, we'd do something different, right? My question for you today is this: are people really so different from trolls? Share your thoughts during today's coffee hour or with your family and friends this week.